Houston Rockets' James Harden was one of the best offensive players in NBA history, but throughout his NBA career, he has not yet been able to win a championship. So today we're going back in time to the 2016-17 season and rebuilding the James Harden-led Houston Rockets. And of course, the video cannot end until we win James Harden his first ever championship. As of right now, this will be our 9-man rotation. So in the starting lineup, we have ourselves Patrick Beverley, James Harden, Trevor Ariza, Ryan Anderson, and Clint Capella. And then off the bench, we have Eric Gordon, Nene, Montrezl Harrell, and KJ McDaniels. We most likely will be pulling off trades at the trade deadline, but as of right now, I would like to see how this team does. So let's go ahead and simulate the first few games. The first game is up against the Los Angeles Lakers, and we go on to defeat them 142-99. Okay, so James Harden drops a 34-point triple-double, 34 from Eric Gordon and 30 from Ariza. The next game is up against the Dallas Mavericks. Can we also go on to defeat them? And yes, we can, winning this game 127-104. Harden goes off here with a 32-point double-double, 25 from Anderson, and a 15-point double-double from Patrick Beverley. Let's see if we can go 3-0 in the first week of this season, and it looks like we do. We do go on to win here by 1 point against the Mavericks, where Harden dropped 26 points, a 20-point double-double from Capella, and 14 from Gordon. As of right now, we will be rolling with a 3.5-star overall system proficiency, pace and space under Mike D'Antoni. And now I'm going to start simulating here until the trade deadline, where we most likely will stop to pull off some trades. Before that, I would really appreciate it if y'all could drop a thumbs up on this video and subscribe if you haven't already. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm hoping we could hit that by the end of April, so if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are stopped here at the trade deadline, and as of right now, we have been doing pretty well. We are the number 3 seed, but there are still some trades that I would like to pull off. Upgrading the small forward position from Trevor Ariza is something I'm going to be looking forward to doing, so let me see which trades we could cook up here. So I have tried my best to upgrade the small forward position, but no team really wants Trevor Ariza. So as of right now, we're going to hold on to him and we'll simulate until the offseason and see what we could do there in free agency. We do have some money open in free agency, so that means we may be able to sign ourselves a max player to pair up with James Harden. And at the end of this season, Russell Westbrook goes on to win an MVP, Ben Simmons Rookie of the Year, Jared wins 6-man, Draymond Green Defensive Player, Jokic Most Improved, Lawrence wins Coach of the Year, and the Warriors go on to win Executive of the Year. We do land ourselves James Harden on an all NBA first team. Let's see if we have any more selections, and it looks like we do not. Or never mind, we did have someone on an all defensive team, but I accidentally skipped that. I'm pretty sure that most should have been Clint Capella, if I'm not mistaken. And never mind, that was not Clint Capella, that was actually Patrick Beverley, who made it on an all defensive second team. Let's go. And now, before we start simulating the playoffs, let's take a look at our player stats for the regular season. So our leading scorer was none other than James Harden, who was averaging 32 points per game, 8 rebounds, 9 assists on 50, 40, 82 shooting splits. 16 points per game from Gordon, 13 from Ryan Anderson, 12 from Trevor Ariza, 11 from Beverley, and an 11-point double-double from Clint Capella. And while I was fixing up our player minutes, I just realized something huge. We don't really have a second scoring option on this team, a real second scoring option. Our second highest scoring player is Ryan Anderson, who's only averaging 13 points per game. So that's definitely something we're going to upgrade this offseason. Well, we do have Eric Gordon, but he is our 6th man. That's something we will definitely be upgrading this coming offseason, getting ourselves a true second scoring option. In the first round of the playoffs, we are going to be taking on the Utah Jazz, who have themselves George Hill, Alec Burks, Gordon Hayward, Derek Favors, and Rudy Gobert. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to us, James Harden with a 33-point double-double. Game number 2 does end up going to the Utah Jazz. They win here by 2 points. Game 3 will go to us. Game 4 goes to the Jazz. Game 5 goes to us. And we go on to defeat the Utah Jazz in Game 6. So far here in the playoffs, Harden is averaging 29 points per game. Patrick Beverley is averaging 14, but his efficiency has been horrible. In the second round of the playoffs, we are going to be taking on the San Antonio Spurs, who have themselves Tony Parker, Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Pau Gasol, as well as Manu Ginobili coming off of their bench unit. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to the Spurs. They go on here to defeat us by 20 points. Game number 2 does end up going to us. Game number 3 will also go to us, and we win here 109-99, where Harden dropped 37 points, 19 from Eric Gordon. Game number 4, we also go on to win. Okay, so James Harden just dropped a 39-point triple-double. I did not expect us to be walking through the first seed this easily. Are we going to gentlemen sweep them? And yes, we do, winning this game 103-100. Harden dropped a 26-point double-double, a 22-point double-double from Clint Capella. And if I'm being honest, I did think the Spurs would be defeating us, but that is pretty cool. We make it all the way to the Western Conference Finals, and it looks like we will be taking on the Golden State Warriors, of course. They have themselves Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green, and Anderson. This is going to be the toughest challenge yet. Game number 1 will go to the Warriors. They win here 147-133. KD just dropped 42 points on our head. Game number 2 does end up going to us, so we win here 125-107. Harden dropping 46 points. Game number 3, the Warriors going to win here 134-119. Harden played amazing, but sadly the rest of the team did not. Can we tie up the series? And no, we cannot. It looks like the Warriors do go up 3-1. Harden had a 30-point double-double, but sadly that was not enough. And it looks like we get eliminated in Game 5 to the Golden State Warriors. And that truly does suck, but don't you worry, this offseason I'm going to bring in some new talent that could help us contend for a title next year. Let's go ahead and simulate past the playoffs and see who goes on to win. In the NBA Finals, it will be the Golden State Warriors taking on LeBron James and the Cavaliers, and it looks like the Warriors going to win in 6, with Stephen Curry winning Finals MVP. And here are the player stats for the playoffs. In case you guys were wondering, we played a total of 16 games, and in those 16 games, the leading scorer was none other than James Harden, averaging 33 points per game. Our second leading scorer was Eric Gordon, who was averaging 16 points per game, but that's something I'm definitely going to look forward to upgrading this offseason. The first trade of this offseason we're going to be pulling off is with the New Orleans Pelicans, where we send them Eric Gordon, Trevor Ariza, and a top 3 protected first round pick, and we bring in Jrue Holiday and Buddy Hield. We are going to need ourselves a new starting point guard, and Jrue Holiday could be the perfect point guard we need on this team. We also get Buddy Hield, a sharpshooter, as our 6th man, and we save ourselves $10 million in this trade. We do have ourselves some second round picks in this year's NBA draft, and we do have 2 players left here that could possibly develop into something, maybe Chris Boucher or Thomas Bryant, but for now I'm going to go ahead and draft Thomas Bryant since he is a younger player. Maybe he should have himself a higher upside / ceiling. So let's go ahead and draft him, and we still have ourselves 1 more second round pick, and with that pick we're going to go ahead and take Chris Boucher. And for team player options, the only team player option we will be picking up is on Clint Capella. We're going to let KJ McDaniels walk and Tyler Ennis. And now we should have ourselves some money to play with here in free agency. Let's see how much money we have. And holy, we could sign ourselves a Stephen Curry to bring on our team. We could sign Stephen Curry, we could sign KD. So we're going to be bringing in some big names, hopefully, here in free agency. I went ahead and offered Stephen Curry a contract, but sadly it looks like he is not really interested in ours. He's more interested in joining the Chicago Bulls, but I'm going to go ahead and also offer KD a contract and maybe even Chris Paul. Okay, this is huge. We may be landing ourselves Kevin Durant. He is most interested in our offer, which is a 3-year, $109 million offer, player option with a no trade clause. Let's see if he's going to accept. And it looks like we land ourselves Kevin Durant to pair up with James Harden. Let's go. And that scared me for a second. I thought he was about to join a different team, but that was Stephen Curry deciding to join the Bulls. And I did also end up signing ourselves Nikola Mirotic to be our brand new starting power forward. He's a good rim protector, elite 3-point shooter, should be able to help out our team's floor spacing a ton. I will be pulling off a trade here with the Toronto Raptors, where we bring in Terrence Ross, who this past season was averaging 13 points per game while shooting 44% from the 3-point line on 50-40-80 shooting splits. I don't want to give up a first round pick, so let me see if we could throw in some second rounders and get this done. We don't need their second round pick in return. Will this get the trade done? And it looks like they really want a first round pick, but in return they'll also give us a first rounder, so let's go ahead and pull off this trade. Another player that could be our backup center is Andrew Bogut. He's a good rebounder, good post defender, and good perimeter defender as well. So I'm going to go ahead and offer him a 1-year deal where we pay him about $2.35 million, and it looks like he will go on to accept on a 1-year deal. We are ready for this season, and here is our new and upgraded 9-man rotation. So in the starting lineup, we now have ourselves Jrue Holiday, James Harden, Kevin Durant, Nikola Mirotic, and Clint Capella. And then off the bench, we have Buddy Hield, Terrence Ross, Andrew Bogut, and Montrezl Harrell. And now we are looking like some true championship contenders. Let's simulate the first few games of this season to see how our team does. The first game against the Clippers, we end up winning 125-111. Harden had a 31-point double-double. KD in his Rockets debut dropping 27, Jrue Holiday in his Rockets debut dropping a 19-point double-double. Can we also go on to win the next 2 games? We do go on to defeat the New Orleans Pelicans here 145-127. Harden had himself 38 points and 10 assists, KD with 21. And let's see how we did here in game 3. KD had 30, Harden with a 21-point double-double. And it looks like this season we are going to be rolling with a 4-star overall system proficiency, pace and space under Mike D'Antoni. And now what I'm going to do is start simulating here until the end of this season, but if there's any trades to be made, I'll stop at the trade deadline to show you all. We are stopped here at the trade deadline, and I'm going to attempt to upgrade our backup center position by acquiring Via Zubac from the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm not sure if they'll accept this trade, but we're going to be offering the Lakers Thomas Bryant and Andrew Bogut for Zubac, and that gets a trade done. No need to throw in any second-round picks. Let's go. So there is 1 game remaining of this season, and it looks like our boy James Harden is in the ward races to winning his first ever MVP. At this time, he has not yet won an MVP, so hopefully he's able to do so here in this video. We go on to defeat the OKC Thunder, and it looks like James Harden goes on to winning his first ever MVP, averaging 30 points per game, 7 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 steal on 50, 40, 86 shooting splits. Harden had himself a phenomenal season. Lonzo Ball goes on to win Rookie of the Year, Jahlil Okafor 6-man, Kawhi Leonard Defensive Player, Jarrell wins Most Improved, Stephen Butler Coach of the Year, and the Raptors also win Executive of the Year. Of course, we get the MVP, James Harden, on All NBA First Team. Do we have any more selections? And yes, we do. It looks like KD makes it on All NBA Second Team. Let's go. What about an All Defensive Team? It looks like we don't get anyone here on an All Defensive Team, but that is all right because we ended this season as the #1 seed, winning 62 games and losing only 20. And before we start simulating the playoffs, let's go ahead to take a look at the player stats for the regular season. So of course, the leading scorer on our team was none other than our MVP, James Harden, averaging a 30-point double-double. Kevin Durant did perfect as our second scoring option, averaging 28 points per game. I don't even think he was really a second option. He's more like the second #1 option in my opinion. He played absolutely phenomenal. 13.5 from Jrue Holiday, 12 from Buddy Hield, 11 from Mirotic, 11 and 10 from Capella, 11 from Zubac. And now in the first round of the playoffs, we are going to be taking on James Harden and Kevin Durant's former team, the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have themselves Russell Westbrook, Marcus, Matt Barnes, Ryan Anderson, and Steven Adams. They don't really have too good of a team, but let's see how things go here. Game #1 will go to us. Harden dropping 45 points, KD with 32 and 11 from Buddy Hield. Game #2 will also go to us. Harden dropping a 36-point double-double. Jrue Holiday amazing 35-point double-double, 20 and 10 from Capella, 15 from KD. Game #3 we also go on to win, KD dropping 32 points, 17 and 12 from James Harden. Are we going to sweep the OKC Thunder? And yes, we do. Jrue Holiday led the way here in Game 4 with 35 points, 29 from KD, and 17 from Harden. Let's see which team we're going to be taking on here in the second round of the playoffs, and it will be the Denver Nuggets. But before that, let's see how Harden and KD have been doing so far here in the playoffs. Harden is averaging 29 points per game, and KD is averaging 27. Jrue Holiday has been playing phenomenal as well, averaging himself 20 points per game as well. Alrighty, so now let's take a look at the Denver Nuggets roster. They have themselves Emmanuel Mudley, Gary Harris, Wilson Chandler, Kenneth, and Nikola Jokic, and this is their bench unit. They do have Jamal Murray, but it looks like he is coming off of their bench unit. Game number 1 will go to us. Let's go. Harden dropping 34, KD with 34, 22 and 14 from Jrue Holiday. Game number 2 will also go to us. This time Harden is 1 rebound shy of a triple-double, 21 from KD. Game number 3 we also go on to win. Harden with 33, 16 from KD. And are we going to sweep the Nuggets? Yes, we will. KD had 31 here and James Harden with 23. In case you guys were wondering, we are rolling on a 70 simulator difficulty, so let's see how things go here in the Western Conference. We have been rolling with a 70 since last playoffs. Let's see, we're going to be taking on the San Antonio Spurs, the same team that eliminated us last year, but this time they have themselves Patrick Beverley, our former point guard. Their lineup, they have Pat Bev, Danny Green, Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Aldridge, and Jared. Let's see how things go. Game number 1 will go to the Spurs. They go on to win here by 9 points. Game number 2 also will go to the San Antonio Spurs. Okay, so they go on to win here 117 to 103. I am going to be making some changes to our roster. Nikola Mirotic has been struggling here offensively, shooting 38% from the field, 33 from the three-point line, so we're going to push him to the bench unit and insert Montrezl Harrell, who's shooting 64% from the field. He can defend, rebound, he can literally do everything we need him to, except shoot the 3-ball, but that is all right. So we're going to be playing him about 27 minutes per game. We'll give Nikola Mirotic 17 off the bench. Now let's see if we can win these next few games. We will be jumping into SimCast where the Spurs do have a home court advantage. And so far the Spurs do have the lead, but it looks like we are up by 5, 103 remaining. Let's go ahead and jump in and see what happens. Alrighty, so there's 1 minute remaining. We are up by 5 points. It looks like the ball is being inbounded by us. Let's see what happens here. Zubac with the ball inbounded to James Harden, out to KD, guarded by, I'm not sure who he's guarded by, that maybe Aldridge. And let's go. KD with a 2-point layup there. That is what I'm talking about. He has himself 20 points in 33 minutes. Tony Parker with the ball. He is guarded by Jrue Holiday. He passes out to Marcus Aldridge, back to Dion Waiters. I'm not sure. He is guarded by KD. Let's see what he does here. He goes for the layup and he throws it out for a wide open 3-point shot, but thankfully they miss. And now James Harden driving up with it, and he gets the wide open slam dunk. Let's go. Harden with a clutch 2-point slam dunk there to put us up by, I believe, 7 points. Never mind, not 7 points. We are now up by 9 points. So this game is over. There's 22 seconds remaining. There's no way they're going to be coming back from this. And there we go. We get the rebound. Harden with the ball. I'll see you guys at the start of the next game. In game 3, Harden dropped 42 points, 22 from KD, and a 12-point double-double from Jrue Holiday. Hopefully we can continue playing like this for the next few games. We will be jumping into SimCast once again, and the Spurs do have home court advantage. We do start off the first half really strong, but they are starting to push back here in the fourth quarter. Let's slow this down and see if we're going to need to jump in once again. 3-point game, 50 seconds remaining. You know what? Let's jump in and see what happens. Alrighty, there is 51 seconds remaining. We are up by 3 points and the ball is being inbounded by the San Antonio Spurs. Let's see what they do here. They do get the ball to Patrick Beverley. He is guarded by Jrue Holiday. Out to Kawhi Leonard, guarded by KD, and he goes up for it, but thankfully he misses. KD with amazing defense with the rebound. Out to James Harden. Let's see what Harden does. He goes for the wide open 3-pointer and he misses. KD could have got that offensive rebound, but for some reason he just stood there looking. And now it's Kawhi Leonard with the ball, guarded. Patrick Beverley goes for the 3-pointer and he misses. Let's go. And now they're going to start intentionally fouling. Clint Capella with his first free throw and he makes it, putting us up by 4 points. The second free throw is okay, I thought that was going to be a miss, but thankfully it went in, and now we are up by 5 points. Patrick Beverley with the ball, 14 seconds remaining, out to Kawhi Leonard, and he makes the 3-pointer, and now we're only up by 2 points. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Jrue Holiday with the ball. It looks like he will be going to the free throw line. Jrue Holiday with his first free throw, and he hits that, putting us up by 3 points. Hopefully he hits a second as well, and he misses the second free throw, but thankfully the Spurs have no timeouts. 5 seconds remaining. Kawhi Leonard with the ball, and whoa, what are they doing? They just wasted a whole lot of time with Patrick Beverley taking a logo shot and missing. Let's go. We go on to win by 3 points. In Game 4, James Harden had 32 points, 20 from KD, and 18 from Jrue Holiday. And now the series is tied at 2-2 apiece. We will have home court advantage for Game 5, where so far the Spurs do have the lead. Close game, never mind, we're up by 9 points, and we go on to win by 8 in the fourth quarter. James Harden drops a 27-point double-double, 20 from Harrell, and 19 from KD. It does look like the Cavaliers have defeated the Washington Wizards, making it to the NBA Finals, so hopefully we make it there and defeat them as well. The Spurs will have home court advantage here, and so far we do have the lead, and it looks like we are going to the NBA Finals. Harden dropping a 27-point double-double, and Harrell has been playing phenomenal. He just dropped 22 points with 4 blocks. Capella with an 18-point double-double. Holiday was 17 and 14 from KD. And now we have made it to the NBA Finals, where we're going to be taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, who have themselves Kyrie Irving, J.R. Smith, LeBron James, Kevin Love, and Tristan Thompson. Let's see how things go here. Game number 1 will go to us. We go on to win here 152-130. KD dropping 38 points, 36 from Harden. Game number 2 does end up going to the Cavs. They win here 122-97. LeBron had 39 points, 26 from Harden. Game number 3 does end up going to us. We win here by how many points? 6 points. Okay, Jrue Holiday with 27 and 10. KD with 27. Harden with 26 and 11. And now we are up 2-1. Can we make it 3-1? And yes, we can. Okay, so we go on to win here 131-113. Harden with 29, 27 from KD, and a 15-point, 15 assist game by Jrue Holiday. Harrell had himself 14 points, only missing 1 field goal. And now we are up 3-1. Cavs will have home court advantage, but we start off the first quarter really strong. It looks like we're definitely going to be winning this game, but we still will be jumping in about 1 minute remaining to see what we could do here. We are up by 20 points, 116 remaining. Alrighty, 116 remaining. We are up by nearly 20 points. Let's see if we can get some gameplay and watch our starter score some buckets. The ball is being inbounded by the Cleveland Cavaliers. It goes to Kevin Love. Let's see what they do. They get the ball to LeBron James, to Kyrie Irving, who is guarded by Jrue Holiday. Kevin Love back to LeBron James, guarded by KD. It looks like he is getting a screen set for him. He was about to go for the three-pointer, but he didn't. And Zaza Pachulia goes for the layup, and he misses. Okay. Jrue Holiday with the ball to Harrell, now with Harden. Let's see what he does here. He was kind of wide open, but he did kind of drive pretty far away from the three-point line. We get the ball to KD, guarded by LeBron James. Screen has been set. KD with a three-pointer, and he misses. Okay, so J.R. Smith had a wide open lane, but for some reason he did not try to score that. Instead, he passed it out to Kevin Love. LeBron James with the midi, and he misses the mid-range shot. And this game is over. 5 seconds remaining. We go on to win ourselves a championship. And just like that, we have won. James Harden and the Houston Rockets a championship. That is what I'm talking about. Let's go. And there is James Harden being handed the Finals MVP trophy. Let's go. And there you have it. We just won the Houston Rockets a championship with James Harden winning Finals MVP, averaging 31 points per game while shooting 50, 40, 100 shooting splits. Before we end out this video, let's take a look at the player stats. So in Game 5, Harden had himself a 39-point double-double, 27 from KD, and a 20-point double-double from Holiday. And now for the playoff stats, we played a total of 19 games, and in those 19 games, the leading scorer was James Harden, averaging 29 points per game, 25 from KD, 15 from Jrue Holiday, 11 from Buddy Hield, and a 10-point double-double from Clint Capella. And in the NBA Finals, where we played a total of 5 games, the leading scorer once again was James Harden, this time averaging 31 points per game with 10 assists. 27.5 from KD, 15 from Jrue Holiday, as well as 11 assists, 11 from Clint Capella, 11 from Hield, and a 10 points per game from Mirotic. We were able to win James Harden his first ever championship with the Houston Rockets, and that's a perfect way to end out this video. And if you guys enjoyed, please make sure to drop a thumbs up and also subscribe if you're new for more NBA 2K26 rebuilds. Click here on the screen to watch my latest upload. Until next time, it's your boy Dragon, and I'm out. Peace.